It's time. Hello everyone, and welcome to BHC Studios, and welcome to my unboxing of the Leica100 D-Lux8. Now this is my personal copy of the D-Lux8, and it's in a beautiful Angelo Pelle half case and matching leather strap. And this has been my main point and shoot since last summer. In 2024, Leica Global sent me this to do a long-term review. In the end, I decided to keep it. This basically replaced my Ricoh GR3 as my main point and shoot. So no matter what camera I'm reviewing, I always want a little point and shoot with me at all times. And when I'm not supposed to be taking pictures, and I usually say weddings and funerals, I want something compact enough that I can put it in a little man bag and have it with me just in case, but also for scouting, for doing product photography, for doing all those little things. This camera has been handy, and I've done videos on the D-Lux8, and I'll post some pictures in here now, some of my favorite pictures from last year, but as well as here in Vancouver, again doing street photography, doing like group shots, as well as doing product photography. This camera is fantastic. So this is my main point and shoot. And then when I heard that Leica is making a Leica100 version of this camera here, I got excited because, you know, like the M11 with the Cities edition, like those cameras make a lot of sense, but to show some love to D-Lux8, I think is pretty cool. And in terms of pricing, it's like $200+ US price difference. Now this camera was hit a little bit with that tariff in the US. Price went up to like $2,700 and then dropped back down, settled in at about $1,900, and this is like 21 something, 2150 or something like that. So you're paying like a 11% premium, which isn't that bad considering the M11, the 100 edition version. It's like a 20% premium on that. So this is, you know, it's not bad for paying 10% more. Let's open this up. In fact, I did get a chance to do an unboxing in Italy with Dominic that works at the Bologna store, and they had one copy left, but I had some audio issues, and so I decided to not post that video. All right, I'm inside the Leica store here in Bologna. And we have Dominic, and he has something really special for us here. Dominic,
hi.
What do we have? What do we have here?
We have the 100 D-Lux8 version.
Can we take a look inside?
Yes, please.
So let's start the unboxing now. Packaging is Leica packaging, right? This is basically the extra that you get that's kind of different than the regular packaging. Maybe not. I can't remember now if the box was black or not, but decent packaging here. I have not opened this up, so I don't know what it looks like. I mean, I know what the camera looks like as I did it in Italy. Oh, with Dominic. But here is the box of accessories. But let's just or is it? Let me just see here. What do we do here? All right. So is the camera in here? Let's just see here. It's all black, so I'm not sure how good the camera's picking up on the black. Let's just see here. What's in here? Oh, it looks like you get a printed manual. Cool. Oh, and it's actually Leica100 too. I usually don't look at the manual, but it looks like is this the manual, or let's just see here. Yeah, it's actually a Leica one. Like, so even the D-Lux8 manual here is the 100 edition, and I guess it makes sense because aesthetically it's a little bit different. So that's kind of cool. And still getting a printed manual is it's kind of considered a luxury, but you know, Leica100, it is a luxury product, so that's awesome. You get that, and what do you get in here? Probably the strap, but let's still open this up here. Yes, you get all the different extra accessories here. All right, so you get the standard battery here, looks like, and then you get this. Some people might be wondering, what is this string here? I'll show you in a second. And then you get this wrist strap, which is fine. I like this around my neck anyways. And then, this is cool here. I love this pouch. Always keep this pouch because for storage, it'd be nice to have this. And this is the flash, which I think is identical to my flash. Let me just double check here. Here you go. So the flash itself, this has not changed. This is the same as the regular D-Lux8, which is fine. It's a good flash. All right, put it back in the pouch here. Okay, so now we're getting to the main event here. The camera. Let's just... Okay, now move this out of the way. Drum roll. Alright. Ooh. Look at that. Check it out. Look at that. So the first thing you'll notice is, okay, so let's just, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take mine out of the half case and let's kind of do a side by side. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back now. My D-Lux8 is naked, no half case here. I do have a screen protector. You get a little bit of a bubbling there. But here we go. So this is the regular D-Lux8 and this is the Leica100 D-Lux8. So the first thing you'll notice, obviously, is the silver, I think they call it nickel plated or nickel colored accessories here. So it's kind of like a reverse panda because you do have the chromed out. Well, mind you, this is also chromed out, but also it's way more pronounced because all the dials are all chromed out here. You got your shutter speed dial over here, and you have your exposure comp, but also this is a button, just like the Leica Q3, and you have the zoom toggle. But notice, if you look very carefully, the zoom toggle. Notice there's no little tab here. I'll show you mine here, right here on the regular D-Lux8. See that? This is more of like a push-pull with a little bit of a tab there. Do you see that? But this feels much looser. You can almost... Can you hear that? This thing here feels much tighter. So I actually like this. It's grippier. See all that knurling on the edge here? There's knurling here, there's knurling here, there's knurling here. Now, not that there isn't any. It's not knurl. It's more like vertical lines on the regular D-Lux.
Also, the zoom dial is amazing.
Oh, it's knurled.
Yeah.
It's knurled. Oh, I didn't notice that. Instead of the
I
little,
really love it.
instead of just this one little toggle.
Yeah.
It's knurled. Okay, that's almost almost worth the upgrade.
So now you want it.
No, of course. Say so. Definitely, that is an upgrade on the dials over here. As well, if you notice, like little things, like it says D-Lux8 here, doesn't say D-Lux8 over here, but you do get the Leica100 hot shoe cover over here, which you probably end up just storing it because you probably want to just put the flash on, right? So I'll just do that right now. Here you go. Alrighty. So here's the flash on the Leica100 D-Lux. Look at that. Now, I'm not sure if you like the lens being silver or not, but I love the look of a black Leica, like an M body with a silver lens, or the reverse, right? A silver body with a black lens. But I actually think this is the better combination, and this is kind of an homage to the 100 years, right? So going right back to the Barnack, the Leica 1, going back to 1925, to the more modern M's, having this kind of this reverse panda silver dials on a black body, I think it looks quite handsome. And having this leatherette, very different. Mine right here, it has more like that cross hatch leatherette, which is nice. If you could see that, get even closer. There you go, there you go. See that? So this is pretty nice, but this definitely is much nicer. What do you guys think? It's a matter of taste. No red dot in the front to make it more discreet. But of course, the lens itself is the same because here you just put the lens cap on here. So you could just kind of do that. And if you prefer the black lens cap, here you can have it over here. And as I mentioned, that little string, that string is for you to put it through there. So if you have a strap and you have this attached to to the body here, when you take the lens cap, it dangles. And I even done some sort of playful videos where this is just kind of dangling. I do have the other accessory, it's like the flower one that kind of opens up, but I don't know, sometimes I just feel like this actually seals it a little bit better. And so that's what that little string is for. But here you go, let's just put it back here. Same lens, internally it's all the same. Right? And even the dials, even though the dial colors are there, the biggest difference really is this zoom toggle. And this feels really, really nice right here. And maybe it's because I've had, like when you've had a camera for long enough, you kind of, like as soon as you pick it up, you know it's yours, right? This feels a little heavier. It could be because of the plating on this, because I don't know if this is a huge difference. They're both magnesium alloy camera bodies. Maybe there's a little bit more metal in this. I don't know. But this feels a little more premium. And for $200 for all the aesthetic upgrades on this, I would pay it. If you were thinking of getting a D-Lux8 or D-Lux8 100, obviously this is somewhat limited, but Obviously not as limited as the M11. There's no limited edition number on these. At least I don't think there is. But this just looks, I mean, they both look handsome, obviously. But I think this one here looks more handsome. Let's just take that off there. Let's show you how this looks like this. What do you think? Yeah, I think both these cameras look great. And I'm going to put in the battery. It's not going to be charged, but I wonder if you turn it on, you do get like a Leica100 logo or something when you turn it on, when you first turn it on. So let's just see what happens when you turn on. Oh, you got to pick the language, right? English. All right, let's just see what happens here. English, time zone, Wetzlar, time zone, Wetzlar. There we go. Okay, so you don't get like a fancy, well, maybe you do. Let's just turn this off again. All right, turn it back on. No, I guess you don't, which is fine. And I need to charge this up again. But there you go. That's the Leica100 D-Lux8. I just checked B&H. It says back ordered or more on its way or something like that. So I don't know how limited it is. But both of these cameras have been very difficult to get. And as I mentioned, check out my other videos on the D-Lux8. This is my everyday camera. Replaced my GR3. I love this point shoot. A lot of it is because of the zoom lens. The GR is great. I love the 28mm equivalent. I love the 24 equivalent even better, going a little bit wider. So sure, the sensor is a micro four thirds sensor, where the GR3 is a APS-C sensor. But once you start zooming out, right, to 35, 50, 60, 75mm equivalent, then that 24 megapixel sensor is no longer better than actually optically punching in. And for a lot of my product photography, I love going to 75mm. It has the right amount of depth of field. So even though it says f1.7, when you zoom out to the maximum, you're actually f2.8. But I want some depth of field in there. And so having this as my everyday, and you can see when I turn it on, obviously it sticks out like this at 24. And as you zoom out completely, there you go. So this is at 75, but when it's off, there you go. I mean, I think it's definitely compact enough as an everyday carry. Has two lugs, so I love carrying this around my neck. Basically, in terms of ergonomics and design, it feels like a baby Q3, but of course, the sensor's different and the processor is different. But overall, if you have a Q3, an M11, SL3, or any of the modern Leicas, and if you have this, you can easily find your way through this camera. And so if you're considering buying the D-Lux8, consider the Leica100. Not that much more, $21.50 right now at B&H. And so I think that's probably why it's sold out, because it wasn't that much more of a premium. So there's an M11, Leica100 special edition. There's the D-Lux8. There's a SOFOR 2 Leica100. And then there's like binoculars. So there isn't a lot of Leica100 cameras thus far. I'm hoping for a film Leica100, and I'm hoping for maybe a Q Leica100 and a SL Leica100 by the end of the year. But for now, this is like the cheapest camera other than SOFOR 2. So this is the second cheapest one at $21.50. I think it's reasonably priced, consider all things considered. So because I have this, I'm probably going to stick with this. You can see I have a square hood, soft brass shutter release in red dot. And here, you can't do that, right? There's no thread on here. I don't think, is this even threaded on? I can't tell. Yeah, I think this is fixed. So you can't add your own. So that's probably the one thing, because you do have the red dot here. And then you have the red dot here. I think that looks pretty sweet. But without the red dot, you have all these nickel plated dials here. And it looks really fancy. And so that's about it. It's just pretty much about aesthetics. But it looks great. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you soon. And happy shooting. All right. Thanks, Dominic. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Bye.